What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys. And wow, amazing news coming forward, guys. And I want to talk about that for a little bit, but I also want to talk about fillers for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Before we get into all of that, follow me on the social media platforms, share the video as much as possible, guys. And also, if you can, hit that subscribe button to help us reach that 9,000 subscriber mark. So, anyway. Don't have any new scans. I just hadn't put them on there. Probably won't because everybody's seen them already. There's no new gameplay, so there's nothing to show. But anyway, guys, what I want to talk about today, in the last video, we talked about the Tokyo Game Show and the possibility of seeing some things there. And I said in that video that I kind of didn't think it was a possibility that we wouldn't, because it's a month after them just releasing another trailer, not even a month. And but it's also possible that they could, because we have to consider that the game was originally planned to be released this year. So by this time, we should have already had all the information for the game, because like I said, the game was slated for 2019, which would have been a November. I'm thinking at the latest a November release. And with it being September, 2 months out, we would have had most of the information for the game that they were going to release. Now, we did get confirmation on Twitter. Dragon Ball Z Hype on Twitter did retweet some stuff, and PlayStation, and they did confirm that there will be a new trailer for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot shown at the Tokyo Game Show. Now, it starts on the 11th, and I want to say it runs through the 14th or something to that effect. And they said it's going to be on the 14th. But if I'm careful, I'm going to be paying attention to it from the 11th through the 14th. And the 11th starts on a Wednesday. So Wednesday throughout the weekend at the Tokyo Game Show, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is going to have their own panel. And guys, we're looking at a new trailer. So now the question is, what would be in the trailer? Now, you look at the very first announcement trailer. Let's go back and talk about the past trailers. The very first trailer showcased a little bit of everything through the Frieza saga. And then the next one kind of went into detail a little bit more about Goku's fight with Frieza and stuff like that. And then the last trailer that we got was about the Cell saga. And I don't believe that they're going to do like another filler. They could do one or two things with the next trailer. They could do a trailer that showcases more of the fight with the androids, more of the filler type stuff. Not so much filler, because they didn't showcase him fighting the Ginyu Force. I mean, they showed him, but not really. There's a lot of filler stuff in there that they hadn't really shown. I think that they take this opportunity on such a big stage as the Tokyo Game Show to really showcase the Majin Buu arc, the Majin Buu trailer, just to let people know Majin Buu is confirmed, because it's at that time that people say, well, the game was pushed back, so they should have more of the show or this or that. Not necessarily. They're still going to have the same stuff to show. And shout out to Kenzaru, because he confirmed this a long time ago. Maybe about a month ago, he confirmed it, that CyberConnect 2's yearly earnings had come out or whatever, or their plan for the following year's earnings and stuff. And he said that we would be getting a lot of information back to back, and he was right. So looking at this, I believe that we will see a Majin Buu trailer. And with them having their own panel, it is a very real possibility that we could get an official release date, especially because of the fact that we're 3 months away from 2020. September, we have October, November, and December. So it's very possible that we could get that official release date for the game as well. And maybe they'll talk more in depth about some things such as training and other things like that. But expect the trailer, guys. It has been confirmed what day it's going to drop. I'm hearing the 14th of September. However, I would keep my eyes peeled for the 11th. That's when the Tokyo Game Show starts, for any kind of news, information, and stuff like that. Also, V-Jump. Keep your eyes peeled for any V-Jump leaks as well. I think they're keeping a tight lip on it, because it's going to have something to do with what's talked about in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's panel at the Tokyo Game Show, okay? So be tuned for that. Now that we got that out the way, I want to talk about something that I've been thinking about why this game is so great, what makes this game different and not your same old Dragon Ball story. And I know we talked about this many times, but to the detail of this, guys, this game does a great job of fillers. I mean, I've said it many times, it's literally like playing the anime, and it really is like playing the anime, even to the tune that you're going to have fillers. So, yeah, you're going to have your main story stuff, you know, your Raditz fight, your Vegeta fight, your Frieza fight, your Cell fight, the androids, Majin Buu, but you're going to have all those fillers in there as well. And last video, we talked about doing the side quests and stuff like that and how important it was. That is going to give you the filler essence of this game. It surprises me. I will say this, and I don't talk about this a lot, but it surprises me that the major Dragon Ball YouTubers, they aren't talking about this game. And I don't know why. And I honestly, I mean, I don't care because it is helping our channel to grow. It's helping our channel to get recognition because we are, even though with me recently starting this job coaching and stuff like that, you know, I have missed some days doing video uploads, but yet even with that, I'm still more consistent than the majority, if not everyone out there. Even I myself search every day for new Dragon Ball Z content because I do like to hear other people's opinions on the game and what they think about it. And maybe somebody has some news that I haven't heard. So every day, guys, I'm searching as well, and I'm not finding anything. And I don't know, you know, it's easy for new information to come out and somebody do a video on it. Oh, there's new information. Let me talk about this. Let me get this out there. I personally feel like people just do that for views. Yeah, they may be excited about it, but it's like it's new info. I want to be the first one to get it out. You know, kind of thing like that. Because last time some new information released, I waited till the end of the day to do a video about it. And I'm glad that I did because I've learned early on with this game that there's been several times that I've done, you know, as soon as something came out, I tried to be the first one to get some information out on it. And when I did that, they ended up releasing more information, so I had to turn around and backdoor what I've said or make another video or something like that. So, guys, if they announce a new trailer, any new information, I mean, more than likely anyway, with it being my schedule the way it is, the video would more than likely come at night anyway. But I really do appreciate the support from y'all. Y'all understand my work schedule. Y'all understand what I'm going through. And I'm not complaining at all. I'm living my dream. This is awesome. But it's also beneficial because I get to actually sit back and dissect everything before I do a video. And it's teaching me patience. It's teaching me to look at everything and don't be in such a rush to get something out to be the first one to get something. But, you know, I see guys, I don't see like Rob Style, Afro, Nanogenics, as well as the others, Syriax. I don't see these guys talking about this game at all. And I wonder if people look at that and say, well, maybe the game isn't that good since they're not talking about it. And that cannot be any further from the truth. This game is awesome. This game is epic. This game is brilliant. Is the combat system complex? No, it's not supposed to be, guys. The combat system is supposed to be simplistic. It's an RPG. RPGs are geared more towards a story-based content of playing. It's not Dragon Ball Fighters. Stop comparing it to that. That's two completely different genres of games. While they both Dragon Ball games, they're two different genres. One's an RPG, one's a fighter. And actually, I think a lot of people are going to be surprised with the combat once they actually get their hands on it. Even though, yeah, it's just one button to do a punch, you can mix up finishers in there as well as special attacks in there. And the game mechanics in the boss fights and things like that are going to add to a different element of combat that we have not seen. Because you look at games like Xenoverse, even in their combat system, Xenoverse, when you're fighting a boss, okay, perfect. Yeah, that's a great example. So, parallel quests or in story mode even. Look at how it was when you fought the guys there. It was just like a regular fight. But then fast forward to the raids in Dragon Ball Xenoverse. and how the bosses had these different mechanics. And you notice how much different it made the combat feel. So now when we look back on Xenoverse 2 and we compare a raid boss fight with your parallel quest boss fight, they're two completely different feels. And you even play them differently because of that. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is going to go even deeper with that because each boss is going to have their own special moves in a sense. Like, for example, Cell splitting up into multiple forms and then firing these lasers from all his forms. And if you come in contact with that laser, then you get hit with a ki blast. You know, Raditz isn't able to do that. Raditz doesn't do that. And you see Raditz's boss mechanic is a lot more simplistic when you compare it to all the stuff that Cell can do. So each boss is going to have more mechanics that he can do that's going to give him an advantage in the fight. So you seen Raditz. All Raditz did was done the double Sunday where he shoots the beams to the ground and spin around. We know that Frieza shoots a bunch of those ki blasts out. Cell can do the same thing, but we also saw Cell do the split. We also saw Cell do, you know, the lasers, the trigger lasers and stuff like that. There, and I can imagine the stuff that Majin Buu is gonna have. He's literally in game. Can you imagine the in-game mechanics he's gonna be able to do? You know, and more than likely he'll probably be a level 99 boss or something to that effect. You know, and all those things come together to give a different feel for the combat. And I think that a lot of people will be grateful that the combat for us isn't super complex because there's so much fast movement and thinking on your feet that's happening in this game. And I think that a lot of people are overlooking that. You know, one thing we have to consider is, like I said, it's an RPG. It's not a fighter. It's not made to be that way, you know, but the game, the boss fight, it's going to be engaging. It's going to be interactive. It's going to be immersive. And that's the feel that you have to go for with this game. And like I said, once people get their hands on it and play it, that those people who were, oh, the combat's so simplistic, they're gonna go back on that. You know, at the beginning of the game, they said it themselves, and I've told you guys that these developers have already said at the beginning of the game, the combat system is simplistic, but it gets more complicated as you progress and grow within the game, especially in the boss fights, because there's certain things, you know, and that plays true to Dragon Ball because Dragon Ball Z is very fast paced. I mean, the fights are fast paced. You're thinking on your feet a lot, and certain things happen in the game, and it's like, oh crap, how do I react to this kind of thing? You know, those things are going to be emulated in this game. And I know I said I was talking about filler, but I guess I kind of got off topic pretty big. But yet and still, all of those things put together is what's gonna make this game great. And I believe when people get their hands on it, they'll see that. Now, what I wonder is, you know, will these big time YouTubers ever start actually talking about the game? Because we've been talking about it since January, guys. And I'm excited. I'm so excited. Also, by the way, the headset, remember the headset that I told y'all that I'm being sent to review? This company makes projectors and stuff, and they're getting into the gaming industry. And they're making a headset. It's their first ever headset. And they're sending me one to do a review on. So it's supposed to be here Monday. Hopefully it gets here Monday. Now, what I will have to do because of my schedule, I'll probably, I'll let y'all know when that video is going to drop for the review. It's going to be a separate video from the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot video. But guys, this is going to be a very eventful and busy week for me because I'm going to have the headset review coming. And then also, we're going to be getting that juicy information for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot from the Tokyo Game Show this week. So I'm super stoked. I'm living my dream. And it's only getting better and better and better and better with you guys' support. I promise you I have some great stuff coming for y'all. We are doing a giveaway for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And then I have a special surprise for when we hit 9,000 subscribers, which, you know, we're at 3,700 right now. So, you know, I don't know. I plan on being there before the end of the year. That's all I got to say. And I think once more information comes out for Kakarot, anytime we get an influx of information, there's always an influx of subscribers and stuff like that. So that will continue to grow and look forward to that big time giveaway. But also, I know somebody told me in the last video I don't sound as enthusiastic about the game. And I was like, God, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like a lot of times if I record, it's either like 3 or 4 in the morning when I'm getting up, waiting on my papers to get here for my route. Or if it's late after a long day of school and football practice, being in that 100, it's still over 100 degrees in Texas. Like it's still hot, and being out in that sun all day, you get home and you're drained. It's not that I'm not enthusiastic about the game. I am super, super hyped for this game. I pay attention to it every day. But it's tough to have that energy early in the morning or late in the evening. So don't take that the wrong way, guys. But that's all I have for right now, man. Y'all have an amazing weekend. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace.